welcome. Today I am going to sit down and do my makeup with you. It's like around 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna go out and get some groceries, run some errands, and yeah, I just wanted to sit down and do this. My dog Toma is right over there, so you're gonna hear some background noises. I hope that's okay. And I'm not stressed for time or anything, so I am going to follow an eyeshadow tutorial like you guys know I enjoy doing. So I will have that linked in the description box below. But yeah, let's just dive into it. So I do have my face already moisturized and prepped. And I do have some clips in to hold my hair back. And this, I had a stubborn piece, so I have a clip up there as well. I'm going to start with the eyes. You know that's how I like to do my makeup, so I'm going to just throw a little base down. Nothing new. I don't think I have any new products. I'm using, there's one, the blush that I'm using is new, so I can show you that, but oh, and don't mind my arm. I always like to kind of swatch what the tutorial has to like try and get as close as possible, because I rarely have the same product as the tutorial I'm following. So I'll just get this all over. And then I'm just going to set that with this NYX Professional Makeup Finishing Powder HD. I don't like this, which I've said it before, but I do use it. I'll use it to set my eyes, and I'll use it to set my lips as well, like my lipstick, make that last longer. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and just swirl that in the cap, tap off, and put this on my eyes. There we go. I'll mainly be using these two palettes, so the Artemis Alter Ego palette and the Violet Voss Disco Drip. So I'm going to start with this Artemis palette. I'm going to dip into this color, and then I'm going to dip into that color as well. I'm just going to take this like fluffier brush and dip into that orangey shade called Hunt. So again, I do have my mirror down here, so I will be looking down and doing that. There are people outside. My neighbors are outside talking, so this man over here is not happy. Heaven forbid anybody talks around him. But I'm just gonna lay this down all over like she did. And then I'm gonna throw that on the other side as well. It's my birthday this weekend. Probably not. I'm not sure when this is going up. I'm trying to pre-film a bit so I don't fall behind like I have been lately. But it was my birthday. When you're seeing this, it will be my birthday this weekend. So I figured I would just, like today's Friday, I took off work and I figured I would just kind of get the errands out of the way so that tomorrow on my actual birthday I can relax with my dog and my fiance and just have a nice chilled day. And then on Sunday we're going to a show, so I am excited for that as well. We're gonna go see Chevelle and Dead Poet Society, and I think Asking Alexandria is there as well. I'm not huge on them, but I love Chevelle and Dead Poet Society, so I'm really excited. It is going to be quite a drive to go see them, but that's okay. It'll be worth it, I think. Okay, I think that is sufficient. So now I'm going to go ahead and dip into that darker shade I showed you earlier, which is called Captivate in the Artemis palette. For that, I'm going to switch to this smaller brush here, and let's just pick it up. And I love how I have a mirror down here, but I'm still using this corner. And she takes it actually pretty far up into the wing and over. So that's what I'm going to do as well. See what I look like looking straight and kind of fixing that. I have like slightly hooded eyes where like some of my lid disappears. They're not, I'm sure many would say that they're not really hooded, but still, regardless of your eye shape, it's good to look like straightforward and see what it looks like and adjust. Deepen it a little bit more. And again, the same to the other side. So that's the difference between them right now. Sorry if I keep looking down. I'm using the Hollyland mic today, and it's clipped onto my shirt, so I'm worried that my hair is gonna keep brushing it. We get to hear how well this mic will pick up Toma's snoring, or heavy breathing at least. I feel pretty good about that, but I'm gonna blend the edges with my normal like blending brush. Normally I save this for the end, but she blends it now. So I'm just gonna take just a skin colored one. So these are the 3 skin colored ones in this like palette that I tore apart because it's magnetic. So those are like my blending shades because they're closer to my skin color. I'll use this for like warmer colored ones, neutral ones, and this is for like cool toned ones. And then this is just like powder foundation, blush, and then I'll use this over top of contour sometimes. So that's what that is. But I'm gonna go into this warmer skin shade, and I'm just going to blend around the edges here. Make sure that looks cohesive. I'm like constantly wiping my brush off on just a hand towel, like or I guess it's a washcloth. I use these for my face. That's the only thing that I use these for. So like when I wash my face, I use that. And when I wash my sponge, which it doesn't look like it's washed, but it is, it's just stained. So when I wash this every single time I do my makeup. I dry it out in this, and then I just use this to wipe off my brushes on. So yeah, I wipe that off because when you're blending like oranges together or just any color, I don't want to be like moving that color anywhere else, if that makes sense. Okay. And then she takes a pinky, bronzy, sparkly color. So in that Violet False, I'm gonna mix these two together. This one comes off with like a nice pink sheen. It'll end up looking like it's hard to show you. It's not really translating, but this one has like a nice pink sheen to it. But I'm gonna start with the shade POV. I started to throw that on, but I actually want to put some glitter glue on first since I am gonna be running around. I don't want this to fade. I'm just gonna slap that over top. And now I'll go in with that like bronzier shade first. Like peachy bronze. Lay that down. And then over top, I'll do that lighter, like pinky, silvery shade to bring a little bit of dimension to that. So I'm not crazy about how that looks, if I'm being honest. It's a little too... Yeah, I can't fix that, so that's okay. I'm just gonna blend it a little bit. I'm not crazy about like a foiled metallic type look. I like more sparkles and glitter. So I'm gonna try and just tone that down by blending it out. That's sort of toned it down. I'm not a big like silver person, and I feel like metallic eyeshadows end up with like a silver sheen, and I'm not like crazy about that. So I'm gonna take that same fluffy brush that I just used, and I'm gonna go back into that first Hunt shade and kind of just blend around it a little bit. And there, that looks less jarring in person. I don't know how well that's coming across on the camera. It looks a lot more vibrant on the camera, but in person it's more subdued. Still colorful, but more subdued than how it looks. Okay, so now I'm just going to wipe underneath my eyes in case there was any fallout. And now I'm going to move on to my face. So I have this Good Apple foundation. This is in the shade Light 006. I did just finish the Light 10. So this one is pretty light. I think it's too light for me, but that's okay. That's why we have bronzer and contour. It'll look fine in the end. So I'm just gonna take that and slap that on. And since I'm not sure what I am wearing, I'm gonna go ahead and just take it down to my chest as well, so everything looks cohesive. I'm gonna take this sponge, spray it with some just setting spray. This is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. Nothing special about it. Okay, and then just gonna put this all around. Blend it in. just a little light. But that's okay, we'll fix it. We will fix it. I still have quite a bit of redness peeking through, so I'm just gonna go back in and load a little bit more up. I think I need it. Build that up. Then I'm going to go in with concealer, and this is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum in Vanilla, which I've had this forever, nothing new. Go ahead and slap that on. Again, trying to just cover some things up. Now this is actually darker and more yellow than my foundation, but again, it all works in the end. And since my nose is always the most difficult, no matter what foundation I use, I like to set it immediately with powder foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. And then any excess, I'm just going to go under my eyes with. Now I'm going to take this Good Apple Sculpt Balm Duo, so Bronze and Sculpt Balm Duo. And it's in light 200. And obviously that's the bronzer side because it's warmer, and that's the contour side because it's cooler. So I'm going to take that, just put my finger in it, and then just go pretty much along my cheekbone. Slap that on. And same over here. Oh my god. Down a little bit further than I wanted it. That's okay. There we go, she has some depth now. So now I'm gonna go underneath my chin and kind of define my jawline, so it's not all just, again, one color. You want some shadow. So that. and that's good to go. And I'm just gonna go in that just to actually make sure there's no harsh lines, and I'm gonna take this stuff off of my hands because it's bothering me now. So now I'm going to go in with a blush here. This is Medusa's makeup. It's a Halo Glow Face Stick. It's in the shade Beach Bunny. And I really like it. It's like a pinky orange, which I guess is like a coral, but it's not. It's more like orange leaning, in my opinion. Yeah, I like it. I think I'm really gonna like this for the fall months because, yeah, it's kind of like that orangey tone, and I like it a lot. So I'm gonna just slap that on. You're gonna see it goes with the eyes, and the eyes are orange. And then I'm gonna blend that out. I'm gonna blend that out. And this side too. I won't take any sort of excess like over the bridge of my nose. So yeah, kind of like peachy, I guess, is what it is. But I like it. Now I'm going to do the bottom side of my eyes. So I'm just going to take this sort of brush and just repeat a little bit. So just take that first shade, slap it under, go, and then a little bit of that second shade. Throw that in the corner. Connect it up a little bit. Now she takes that glittery shade and she puts it on the bottom, but I'm kind of hating it, if I'm honest, or if I'm being honest. So I want to see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go a different direction, and I'm gonna take this color here. It's from the Bloom Clarity Cosmetics palette. So that's the shades. I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put that under my eyes. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna take a little pencil brush. I have like something of a similar vibe in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take that and go over that, what I just did. Yeah, there we go. Looks like my battery power is at 15%, so I am just going to try and rush a little bit. I'll do my brows. And I'm going to throw on a little bit of highlighter. Oh, this one's new too. It's a blushed color quad. And I'm gonna take this shade right here and just throw that over top. It's kind of like a highlight. But also a bit of a blush. That's what that looks like. A little bit darker. It might be a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but I think it goes with this blush. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just take this vanilla loose setting powder, or loose setting powder in the shade Vanilla by the brand Eloise, and set my face a little bit because I'm not a big glowy face girl. Okay, and then she does take a brown pencil on her bottom waterline, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And that's just the Rare Beauty brown eyeliner. Okay, I'm gonna do my lips really quick, which is just gonna be this like brickish red with this darker red liner, and pop on some mascara, and then I'll be right back. Okay, that's the finished look. I'm not crazy about eyeliner, like dark eyeliner in my waterline. It just takes me back to high school and how that used to be like the only thing I would wear, like thick black eyeliner. So I'm never like crazy about the look, but overall I like it. I mean, I could bronze up my chest a bit, but we'll see depending on what I'm wearing. So I hope that you enjoyed, and as always, I hope that you have the sweetest, sweetest, sweetest dreams, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night.